Hi, my name is Marlee Crankshaw. I'm currently the Administrative Director for Neonatal Services at Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt. Today, I'd like to take a few moments to share with you my thoughts on workforce engagement. If you're in nursing leadership or management, engagement is key, the main key to your workforce retention. Each year, your institution most likely conducts a staff satisfaction survey. One of the key points in doing this is to gauge and measure how engaged your staff really is. Because studies show us that the more engaged your staff is, the more likely they're going to stay, the more productive they will be, and the more successful they will all feel in their workplace. As a leader, your own supervisor or your one-up will use that engagement score to measure your success as their leader. You've heard by now about all the leadership styles you may have or you may practice. There's autocratic, or are you authoritative, democratic, coaching, laissez-faire. There are so many others. You can study each of these various styles of leadership, but the most important thing for your staff is to be you. Maybe your particular style of leadership incorporates a piece of many of those different styles. In my opinion, your staff want you to be present, to be listening, to recognize their value, and most of all, to be able to handle issues and concerns when they arise. There are many ways to do all of this with success. Let's talk about being present. This is not how many hours you work or which days of the week you're there. Being present means when you are there, you're available to the staff. This doesn't mean that your door is always open, because you have a great deal of work to do. There are times when your door is shut for a reason, and a good reason. But when your door is open, if staff come by and ask for a minute, and we all know that minute can last into many, many minutes, but when they come by, spend time with that person. Welcome them in. They may realize that you're a real person, not a title, not just a badge, not someone they need to fear, but a real person who listens to them, who cares about them. Perhaps they will leave your office and tell others that it was a good experience, that they ought to try that. In order to listen, this conveys to someone that you're listening when you do the simple things. For example, if your phone rings in the conversation, ignore the call if possible. If someone knocks on your door, do not answer the door. Do not glance down at your watch to see how much time is passing. There may be meetings that you know you have to attend, but you can remedy that by telling them ahead of time. I'm scheduled for a meeting, say at 10 o'clock. Will this give us enough time, or should we plan to meet together later? How about acknowledging their value? I have found that engaging a staff member into sharing with me some of their latest patient stories, who they're taking care of, some of their successes, that little bit of a pivot in the conversation can make all the difference. Why? Because most of us came into this field because we love what we do. We love caring for the babies and families. We love making that difference. We love making that impact. It's very rewarding for all of us. So sometimes amidst everyday problems and pressures, we all need that reminder. So get them to talk about their successes and stories. Finally, if they've come in with an issue or concern, hear them out. Take notes. If it is something that you feel can be changed, share that with them, that you'll look into this. Do not promise changes. If it is something that you're confident cannot be changed, you may have to simply say something to the effect of, I know this doesn't feel good. I apologize that this has happened and that you were caught unaware. But then explain the decision or why the policy is in place. Sometimes if a staff member hears the reason behind the action, they're more satisfied. Notice I didn't say happy, because they may not be happy with your explanation, but they may walk away more satisfied because they had the explanation. If the staff member looks nervous or embarrassed to even begin the conversation with you, remind them that you're there for them, that your office is a safe place to share issues or concerns. Encourage them to come back, that you're happy to speak with them. And if there's something that you said you'd look into, do that as soon as possible and get back to them with your findings. Finally, I think if we just try to be ourselves, that will take us a long way into workforce engagement and retention of our staff. Thank you so much.